Left, so hopefully it won't take too long. Good evening, everyone. My name is Susan O'Connell, and I am the Head of Software Research and Development at Pilz. This evening, I'm going to give you 3 reasons why you should use Pilz to start building your career. Reason number 1, Pilz is a company with a very safe future. Pilz is financially independent, no lenders, no investors. It's a family-run business with a tradition of innovation. That tradition stays true today. Mrs. Pilz, with her son and daughter, continue to manage the company worldwide. We have over 1,600 staff, with its headquarters based in Germany. We have 28 subsidiaries and 15 sales partners. The spirit of safety is our guiding principle, and we ensure companies' most valuable asset, their staff, can work safely and free from injury. We do this by developing software and hardware that controls machine and protects man. We have solutions that fit in all industries. We have automotive, pharmaceutical, food, steel, aluminium. We have operators of coal, gas, nuclear power stations implement critical safety systems. We provide solutions for monitoring wind turbines. And we control the safety lifts, railway systems. Whether you're travelling by rail, cable, or whether you're travelling on a roller coaster, we ensure your transport is safe. As machines and processes are becoming much more complex, the demand for safe, innovative, controlled products is ever increasing. And it's that reason, as the leader of innovation in the safety control, that we know Pilz has a very safe and a bright future. So ownership and responsibility is the second reason. We have 1,600 staff, and of that 400 are dedicated to research and development. We have 3 global centres of research. Our headquarters, based in Germany, are responsible for the mechanical, hardware and embedded software. We have a headquarters also, Competence Centre in Switzerland, and they implement all our sensor technology. And our Competence Centre in Cork is responsible for all software that we develop for our systems. We work independently, we're autonomous, but we must work together, and we report directly to the management board of Pilz. In Cork now, we were set up in 2000, and we now have over 100 software professionals. Clear, flat structures, young, dynamic, are all the type of atmosphere that influences our culture. We've been developing software for over 12 years, and we develop a diverse range of software tools. Our tools are used to design, configure, program, monitor, and visualize our control drive and sensor technology. Our goal is to leverage on the new and emerging technologies to ensure that we have the most effective user experience for our end users. Time and quality are critical points in every phase of our development. Highly qualified, experienced professionals, experts in every function of the software development lifecycle, with optimized processes and continuous improvement enable us to bring innovations to the market. To stay on the top of our game, we must be the best at what we do. And we encourage, from the very top down, innovation, even the simplest of ideas, as the simplest of ideas can bring us closer to our overall goal. Through internal and external training, development of our employees is an absolute priority. Our employees are expected to grow with us, and we will grow with them. We're not the largest organisation here, but we are one of the largest software houses in Cork. Every individual in our team has a role to play, and that's very important to us. So for our final reason, probably the most interesting for those in computer science here, is our technology suite. And who better to talk about our technologies and also give you a little bit more of an insight into what a career in Pilz is like than one of our technical leads, who a number of years ago was also sitting in your seat wondering where he would start his career and what he would do. So please welcome Anthony.
Thanks, Susan. As Susan said, my name is Anthony Bellis, and I'm a technical lead in Pilz. My aim here today is to give you an insight on what it's like to start off in a software development career in Pilz, and share with you some of my own experiences working with the company, as Susan said, from 10 years ago. Hopefully this will answer some questions you may have about a software career. To give you an overview, we use a number of different technologies in our software tools that we develop. Mainly we use Java, but we also use C++, HTML5, and OpenGL to name a few. And as more products come online, there's the opportunity to research new technologies and evaluate their suitability for a given project and gain new skills as you do. We build our products on top of the Eclipse RCP platform, the rich client platform. And that brings with it its own mix of technologies and frameworks. And working in Pilz, you'll gain exposure to those technologies. And over time, you'll be able to specialize in specific areas. We develop rich client desktop applications in Java. We have developers that work on the user interfaces, on the front-end user interfacing side of things. We have developers that work on the back end, on things like business logic and compiler. And we have developers that work on both sides, depending on the project. Okay, I'm going to share my own experiences with Pilz when I started as a graduate developer, as you are today. When I started with Pilz, I wasn't too sure what to expect. I didn't know what technologies I'd be using. I didn't know what a graduate developer does specifically. So I'm going to discuss that, and it turns out you hit the ground running with Pilz. On my first day, I remember I joined a small project with 2 existing developers. I was given an overview of the architecture and design of the system I was working on, and I was pointed to key areas in the code base to go and review. Within the first week of working in Pilz, I was writing code. It was reviewed and checked in, of course, by senior developers on the team, but already I was contributing, and that was really important to me. In Pilz, we don't have a formal graduate training program. You learn by doing and from the experience of others. But we do have plenty of support mechanisms to help you along your way. We have senior developers to mentor you, and we have training courses provided as you go. And maybe it's worth mentioning as well, from the start you're involved completely in the team. From design reviews, requirements discussions, and all parts of the software development lifecycle. As a graduate developer, you'll spend most of your time coding, but there is a mix, and that'll keep it interesting. Okay. After 18 months, you exit the graduate program, and after 18 months, I exited the graduate program and dropped the graduate title and became a software developer. After 4 years, I gained a number of experience and competencies, and I became a senior software developer. A senior developer is someone who gets to lead key features, the design, mentor junior staff, and has a greater role in the direction of the software you're developing. There's also a greater sense of ownership and responsibility in everything you do. 2 to 3 years on from that, I was made and promoted to technical lead. That's where I am today. That promotion really keeps things interesting. You have ownership and responsibility for an entire project, and that encompasses the architecture, the technology choice, the other members of your team, the quality. I still code around 50% of my time. I don't like to go too low below that. I think it's important to stay in contact with the source base, or code base. And in the future, maybe architect management, I'm not too sure. I've worked on several different projects in Pilz. We have a number of projects ongoing at any given time. And through that stages, I've learned different technologies from the people on those teams. I'm continuously learning. But like I said, it's not all learning on the job in Pilz. There is training courses provided as you go. As for the company itself, Pilz is a very inclusive company culture. It's got an active sport and social club, and it's got other mini clubs that people have set up for people with hobbies in photography, soccer, surf club, name a few. And there's also, as time goes by, certain perks will present themselves as you work for Pilz. For example, I once got an opportunity to visit a Mercedes factory near Stuttgart. That's a real opportunity for me, as Daimler are normally very secure or secretive and protective about who they allow into their production facilities. But I got a guided tour, and it was quite cool. I got to see areas that are not accessible to most people, and that involved darting between moving car chassis on a conveyor belt, things like that. Very different from a normal software developer job, but it was a nice mix. You also get an opportunity to travel. Our headquarters are in Stuttgart, or near Stuttgart in Germany, and you may get to go there. I was over in Germany 2 weeks ago at the European Eclipse conference. It's a very nerdy little place, but it's an interesting place where you get to talk about Eclipse and Java related technologies. So In my time at Pilz, I've learned a lot over the last 10 years. You definitely get a lot of experience. I keep an eye on the industry and I like to keep my skill set current, and Pilz has definitely provided me with the opportunity to do that. Thank you.